sometimes is a very serious joke. You know who is the chairman of the National Cohesion Committee in Parliament? Of all the people, Maina Kamanda. And that is the day you realize that this country is a serious big joke. Just imagine that the Jubilee government has given the leadership of the National Cohesion Committee in Parliament to Maina Kamanda. And that is when you realize that sometimes they are a very serious joke. Because you do not, Maina Kamanda and Cohesion, Maina goes south and Cohesion will go north. They can never meet somewhere. These are some of the things we are saying that when you look at the Katiba 2010, what has been implemented and what hasn't, you realize the biggest chunk of this constitution has not been implemented. And you ask yourself, why do we really need that particular BBI to come and amend the constitution? I've always said that if today's constitution was well utilized and Kenyans got to know that this Katiba has been well utilized, and you approach Kenyans and you tell them, we want to expand the executive so that we can be able to deliver better than we have done. Kenyans will not have a problem with expanding an executive. But the current executive as it is a total failure. You want to tell Kenyans to come and expand a failure. That is what you are telling us.
Not only in ile kitu tunasemanga wale wa PhD, you want to fund government to scale up mediocrity. Because you are so mediocre at this point, but now we want to scale it. We want to scale it.
We want to make it bigger.
Yes, we want to make it bigger because it's too small.
So
this mediocrity. Exactly.
All right,
you know these things, and I'll tell you. You saw yesterday that Parliament debated a motion on putting a caveat on the PPEs. Doctors are dying. The Minister for Health the other day told us that he has given directive that whatever is in the KEMSA warehouses must be sold at the current market value. KEMSA has gone to court and refused to sell the merchandise. This country, we have serious issues that needs government to look at. Look at our Kenya shillings. I told you the other day that every day you hear that the value of the Kenya shillings has dropped with 1 shilling. Our debt increases with 35 billion every day. And the Kenya shillings the other day has reached its all-time low. That tells you that our economy is on a downfall trajectory. But this government is not interested in an economic recovery program. They are so much invested in a document that, for lack of a better word, it's supposed to be this miraculous thing that is going to overturn the economy of this country, that is going to make me love my brother from the other tribe magically like this. It is like bringing two. You remember when we were in high school, we would have the magnets and everything to scoop things in the laboratory that even if the fume chamber is crossed and you want to steal something, you will use that magnet. It is like this document is a magnet of it is gonna stack me and be talk like this. Na sisi tutakuwa marafiki forever and ever and never. Chana na pete. That is what they are telling us about this document. But I will tell you, if there is a country that has an influx of laws, it is this republic.
By the way, let me ask a question now that you've brought that. And I had Governor Anyang' Nyong'o being asked this question. Aka fumble hapo akatuambia vitu aziko na Kiingereza and he didn't answer it. Kiprofessor aliulizwa. Sasa, because our issue has been post-election violence. Yeah? Our issue has been that every 5 years when we go to the ballot, we need another 2 years to recalibrate because people are feeling aggrieved. Tunaenda kwa streets. Ni akaulizwa sasa, how is this Building Bridges initiative going to solve that problem? How is the expanded executive going to solve that problem? Akasema Wanasema vitu haziko, you know, and I was really hoping at least give me something. And they were talking about, you know, if there's no winner takes it all, then everyone feels as if wamepata something small. And that shows you that the Building Bridges initiative is not a process that is neutral. They are looking at it when they say if everyone gets something, what they really mean is if Raila Odinga happens to go to the ballot against William Ruto, and William Ruto wins, and Raila Odinga thinks that maybe there was a flawed process, at least because we understand his nature, akipewa prime minister, and we have seen when he was the prime minister, he'll be okay. Akipewa leader of the opposition, na iekwe office na ipewe funding, he'll be fine. But now, people asked, wakienda William Ruto, waende Raila Odinga, na waende, let's say, for instance, hata huyo Kivuta Kibwana, ama let's say, hata, you know, people are underestimating Governor Sonko, lakini Governor Sonko akisikia tu akona kamaso, akisikia tu zimemwamsha, aseme now he's vying, and he goes and mobilizes, because we know he mobilizes. And two of the other people who are not Raila Odinga feel that their election was stolen. How will this expansion of the executive ensure that those other two people don't go to the streets
without a problem?
So, you know, and they were trying to say, you know, it reduces the risk, because once everyone feels like they are part of the process and that they are getting something out of elections, then it means that we are going to have a reduced risk of people going to the streets. But is that really why we go for elections? And the issue has never been about people not getting something out of the election. The issue has always been about the nature of how we conduct our elections, meaning the transparency of the processes that we have, the independence of the processes that we have. So if we are truly honest that BBI was now, we are saying, umeenda hospitali umeambiwa uko na malaria. Kama uko na malaria, how is it naenda kukupatia dawa za cancer? You understand? Yeah. So if tumeenda hospitali na tumeona shida ni, people are saying elections zao zinaibiwa nini, things like that, then we should come back and BBI actually, out of the 72 amendments that are being done, we should have been seeing a large percentage of those amendments addressing the electoral laws, addressing the IEBC. But tunaona waliguzaguzia IEBC, atiyo commissioners tutafanya hivi, tufanya wachana na hiyo. But then they didn't really go to the muscle of it, because remember, people will come and say nimeibiwa kwa sababu number one, mulikataa kufungua servers. If we had a law that could clearly stretch out the process of, this is how we are conducting elections, this is how people are going to cast their vote, this is how the ballots are going to be handled, this is how the procurement process of even the material of elections are going to be. If we had, because hapo ndio mashida zinaanza kukuja tio, kuna makaratasi sijui zilinunuliwa Dubai zikapelekwa wapi sijui center gani. If you truly address those issues, then no Kenyan would be fighting a referendum that is addressing all the issues that we as citizens have witnessed and seen that this is the problem. So my point here being, hiyo kitu nimesikia watu wakisema ati tuwekewe hizo amendments zote 72 ama ni 78, however many they are, and we append our signatures against the ones that we think this is what our country needs at this point. That is a very brilliant idea, and I believe it never came from a professor or a master's degree holder. It just came from a person who's like, guys, common sense must prevail. Not everyone wants an expanded executive. Not everyone wants for you to touch on the independence of the judiciary. Not everyone wants you to meddle with the National Police Service. And even those women who you want to give an extra 180 or is it 200 seats munawarushia ni kama ni, you know, that episode for Oprah, you can get one, everyone can, kila mtu anaweza pata, you know, that is not empowerment.
It's ambition, first of all.
Empowerment is when I know that I am competing equally with Muchedu, who is a man, and I am actually getting that seat on merit. And when I get that seat, you will not come here and call me a flower girl. And by the way, this is the reason I wear my flower every day, to remind you, I can be a girl who has a brain and it doesn't mean I'm a flower girl. Lakini if you start throwing free things, free goodies at me, hivyo ndio mnatudharau, na hivyo ndio tukikuja parliament tunaambiwa flower girls simameni pande hii, na wale wengine wenye wako na maso msimame pande hii. You understand? So I think for me, let us just be honest. And by the way, when Kenyans are being told go and append your signature, you could be selling your liver, you could be selling your land, you could, in fact, you could be selling your child. Ukiambiwa tipande hii ni BBI signature pabe, what do you mean? We kazi yako tu ni kwenda kuappend. Mwambie kitu ya kwanza, umwambie akikwambia pande hii ni signature, mwambie nipatie hiyo kitabu ya BBI 3 nisome before niweke signature. That's how you end this thing.